The all-time great Cleveland Browns, the dynasty of the 1950s, left during the 90s for a few years and returned in 99 as an expansion franchise. And the all-time great San Francisco 49ers, the dynasty of the 1980s, had one Super Bowl in the 90s, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, and Steve Young. We are here for Monday Night Football in Week 5 of the BTFL Season 3 between the all-time great Cleveland Browns and the all-time great San Francisco 49ers here at Levi Stadium, home of the San Francisco 49ers. The Cleveland Browns enter the field, led by some of their greats, and the 49ers will take the field as well, led by Joe Montana, the Hall of Famer Patrick Willis. And here they come to the field. Joe Montana is celebrating and pumping his team up with Jerry Rice as well. And we go to the field in this matchup between these two teams. Pumping each other up, we see David Njoku. Joe Montana comes back from injury, as well as kick punt returner Deebo Samuel. The captains go to the middle of the field, and the 49ers win the coin toss. They select heads, and they elect to receive, so the Cleveland Browns will kick off. Phil Dawson is the best kicker for the Browns in the BTFL Season 3. He will kick it off to Roger Craig, and he will take it from the 11 to the 21 for a gain of 10. First play of the game at the 21 of the 49ers. Joe Montana back, swing pass to Frank Gore, and he will gain about 8 or 9. Second and 2, 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Frank Gore is stood up, and he would lose 3 yards to the 27. Third down and 5. Joe Montana steps up. He's got a bit of running ability, and he gets the first down. Big play and big scamper to the 36 or 37 yard line of the 49ers. Montana right to Frank Gore, and he loses 2. Second and 12. Frank Gore has been utilized very nicely. Montana steps up, and that one is incomplete, intended for Jerry Rice. Third and 12 in this one. Montana with the play action. He will jet it deep over the middle. Jumping catch by Frank Gore. And Frank Gore, who stepped onto the scene in 2005 for the 49ers, is the best running back in 49ers history. At the Browns' 18-yard line, the end around reverse to Jerry Rice, who is more known for catching the football than running it, runs for a gain of 6. Second and 4. Joe Montana back, no pressure. Swing pass to Frank Gore, and Frank Gore gets to the 1, and he fights for extra yardage, but it is to no avail. First and goal at the 1. Ball goes to Frank Gore up the middle, no gain. Second and goal at the 1. Frank Gore, he gets stopped for a loss of 1 to the 2. Third and goal, as Frank Gore has just gone backwards. He'll take another handoff. Frank Gore touchdown. 2-yard touchdown for Frank Gore as he sets the tone early on in this one. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead as Robbie Gould, his extra point is up, and it is good. Minute 22 left in the first quarter. 49ers take the 7-0 lead over the 3 and I believe it's 2-2 or 3-1 Cleveland Browns. The 49ers had a bye week. Bryant Young would sack the quarterback there, and that would be a loss of around 9. Mike Pruitt gets the flit to the left. He goes upfield to the 29. It's a fumble. Ball is recovered by the 49ers. Ken Norton and he would return it to the Browns 17. Second drive for the 49ers. Frank Gore takes it up the middle to the 10-yard line for a gain of 7. 2 seconds left in the first quarter, 2nd and 3. Montana back, throws it to Terrell Owens. T.O. has the touchdown. T.O. with a 10-yard touchdown, and that puts the 49ers up by 2 possessions early in the first quarter, and the extra point by Gould is up, and it is good. 14-0 is the score here at Levi Stadium. We go to the second quarter, 49ers up 14-0. Robbie Gould will kick off end over end to Braylon Edwards. At around the 18-yard line, he'll make it to the 23 of the Browns for a gain of 5. Bernie Kosar, who has taken over for the Browns in replace for Baker Mayfield, who got injured a few weeks ago. Mike Pruitt up the middle for no gain. He fumbled on the last drive. Bernie Kosar, play action, rolls out, throws it down the left side to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb took over for the all-time great Jim Brown of the Cleveland Browns, who is the best running back in Browns history. Nick Chubb, one of the better running backs for the Browns in the late 2000s, early 2020s. Mike Pruitt down the right side, the fullback for the Browns. He runs for a gain of 14 to the 39 of the 49ers. 3:35, first down. Mike Pruitt again catches the flip to the right. He breaks a few tackles, and he's finally get down after a gain of 7 to the 49ers 32. 2nd and 3. Nick Chubb takes the ball up the middle, and he will get past a few tackles. He'll make it up the middle, and he gets it down to the 2-yard line. Great tackle breaking for Nick Chubb. 1st and goal, Bernie Kosar back, and he will throw it left side to Amari Cooper. It's incomplete. 2nd and goal at the 2. Nick Chubb powers it up the middle, and he only gains 1. Stopped at the goal line. 3rd and goal at the 49ers 1. Chubb up the middle. Touchdown. Gaudy run by Nick Chubb of the Cleveland Browns, and that'll put the Browns on the board as they lose the goose egg. Phil Dawson, the extra point is up, and it is good. 14-7 is the score here in the second quarter with 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Phil Dawson kicks off from the Browns 35, recovered by Roger Craig to the 49ers 15. To the 26, gain of 11 from the 15, 1st and 10. Joe Montana, play action, throws it over the middle, caught by Hall of Fame wide receiver Terrell Owens for a gain of 20. The 49ers are filled with talent at wide receiver, Jerry Rice and the aforementioned Terrell Owens. Joe Montana, who never got to play with Terrell Owens, the ball is passed over the middle to Vernon Davis, the tight end. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Frank Gore takes the handoff up the middle. 3rd and 5, and the 49ers call their first team timeout. They've got 2 remaining. 52 seconds. 3rd and 5. Joe Montana to Jerry Rice at around the 33 for a gain of 16. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. 1st and 10. Frank Gore up the middle. He'll gain 5 to the 28 of the Browns. The 49ers call their second timeout, and they will trot Robbie Gould out to attempt a 46-yard field goal. It is up, and it is off the uprights. It's no good. They could have tried to get closer, but you don't want to risk the clock. Nick Chubb up the middle for a gain of 1. The Browns call their first timeout. 2nd and 9. At the Browns' 29-yard line, Bernie Kosar goes back. Jolts it over the middle to Paul Warfield, but it's a fumble. Ball's recovered by the 49ers' Ronnie Lott. He pushes a guy out of the way to the 31, and that ends the second quarter. The first half is over. The 49ers lead 14-7, and we will go on to the halftime show We'll see you on the other side. This is Hank here with the halftime show between the Browns and the 49ers, all-time greats. 49ers would take control of this one early. Joe Montana, the Hall of Famer, once called the GOAT, passes it deep over the middle of the field to Frank Gore inside the 20, and he would get his running back more involved here. Best running back in the history of the San Francisco 49ers gets it to the 1-yard line. A few plays later from the 2, Frank Gore would plunge it in, giving the 49ers a 7-point lead early in this game. First drive for the Browns, they're deep in their own territory. Mike Pruitt gets a pretty big gain up here to around the 29. He gets dropped. It's a fumble recovered by Ken Norton. Inside the red zone, Joe Montana, he gives a TD to Tio. Big connection here between two Hall of Famers. It's a 14-0 game here. Browns are trying to salvage something here in the first half as Bernie Kosar, play action, rolls out, bootlegs, throws the ball across his body, which you should never do, to Nick Chubb. And Nick Chubb goes, "Get off me!" to the 2-yard line. Again, a few plays later, Nick Chubb would find the end zone. Browns are down 7 to the 49ers. The 49ers, who are playing out of Santa Clara, are not quite done yet in this half. Joe Montana with the play action. Barely any pressure until recently to Terrell Owens. The Hall of Famer gets it to the 45. Getting closer to midfield are the 49ers. Another pass this time to Jerry Rice. And Robbie Gould would attempt this field goal. Robbie is not good as Gould, and we got the second half. Hello everybody, it is Hank with the PR52 YouTube channel. We are back with the Week 5 Monday Night Football matchup between the all-time great Browns and the all-time great 49ers. The 49ers will kick off. They received in the first half, and it will go off to Braylon Edwards from Robbie Gould, who will make it up to the 23 of the Browns for a gain of 10. First and 10, Nick Chubb up the middle. He'll fumble the ball. It bounces around. It's recovered by Ronnie Lott, and he makes it into the red zone, gets to the 10-yard line, maybe the 9, gain of 14. First and goal at the 9 or 10. Joe Montana, right side. It's incomplete, intended for Jerry Rice. 3 minutes and 56 seconds. Second and goal. Carry up the middle, Frank Gore. He will run for a gain of 5. It's 3rd and 4. Goal to go. End around, double reverse. Jerry Rice gets stopped, and he would lose 3 to the Browns 7. 25-yard field goal attempt by Robbie Gould. The kick is up, and it is good. 10-point game between the 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. Robbie Gould kicks off end over end to Braylon Edwards. He's waiting in the end zone. He'll take the ball out. He'll go around a bunch of defenders. He's seeing daylight. Is Braylon Edwards to around the 37 of Cleveland. That's a gain of 37. First and 10. Flip right. Nick Chubb, and he will gain 5 yards to the Browns 42. Second and 5, Browns 42. Nick Chubb again goes up the middle. This time he loses 2. 3rd and 7, this needs to be a passing play. Browns need to get something. Bernie Kosar, he takes the snap. No pressure. It's incomplete. Over the middle to Paul Warfield, who fumbled on the last drive for the Browns. Horace Gillum, he'll punt off to the 49ers. John Taylor waiting in the end zone. John Taylor, another Hall of Famer for the 49ers, and that's a touchback. First and 10 at the 49ers 20. Montana back, steps up, throws over the middle to Terrell Owens. It's incomplete as he is trying to dive for that big catch. Minute 10, 2nd and 10. Joe Montana back, throws it left. Terrell Owens, He will run to midfield. That would be a gain of 30. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Play action. Pressure. Down the right side to Jerry Rice, and he's blanket covered. It is 2nd and 10 at midfield. 27 seconds. And Joe Montana, the ball is passed, and it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 at midfield again. 16 seconds left in this drive. The 49ers have been very efficient today. Joe Montana over to Terrell Owens. That is a gain of 16 to the 34 to the Browns 16. This is the end of the third quarter. It's 17-7. 5 minutes to go in this game. At the Browns 16, Joe Montana is sacked by Jim Houston. That is a big loss on this play of 9 to the Browns 25-yard line. The Browns defensive line has done well, but Joe Montana steps up in the pocket. He's going to run, and he gets about the yardage back. 3rd and 11, the Browns 17. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in this game. Joe Montana reads the defense, passes it right to Jerry Rice, and it gets to the Browns 1. 1st and goal at the Browns 1 is going to be a pitch, reverse, Jerry Rice, he's got the touchdown. 1-yard touchdown for Jerry Rice. He is not known for doing that in the NFL. He's known for catching the ball, but he'll take the touchdown nonetheless. It is 23-7 49ers. Robbie Gould's extra point is up, and it is good. This is a big lead for the Cleveland Browns, as they have really struggled in trying to get offense this season. They've mostly depended on their defense and their running game. Braylon Edwards takes this to the Browns 25 for a gain of 14. 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in this one. Nick Chubb up the middle. He will gain 6 to the Browns 31. 2nd and 4. Bernie Kosar goes back, throws it down the right side to tight end Ozzie Newsome. He is the best tight end in Browns history. 3rd and 4. Another drop back for Kosar, as he's not trusting the running game anymore. Throws it deep to Warfield. Overshoots Warfield by a lot. 4th and 4. Pitch to Mike Pruitt, and he doesn't get anything. It's a turnover on downs. The 49ers take it over once again. 28 of the Browns. Joe Montana gets a little bit of pressure. Forced throw to Jerry Rice, and it's inaccurate. It goes over his head. Incomplete. 2nd and 12 at the Browns 28. Montana back. Clean pocket. Left side throw. Deep. Caught by Terrell Owens. Corner of the end zone. He gets his 2nd touchdown of the game, and it is 30-7. I don't know how the Browns are going to come back in this one with less than 2 minutes. Robbie's good as gold, and the extra point is up, and it is good. 1 minute 55 seconds left. Let's see if the Browns can play for pride, as Braylon Edwards return it from the Browns 15 to the Browns 27 for a gain of 12. They might run out the clock, or they might try to make some big plays. Nick Chubb gets around defenders. He will fight for extra yardage to the Browns 47 for a gain of 20, and the Browns call their first timeout. You never know. Points have a lot to do with things here in Tecmo and the BTFL. Amari Cooper gets his first catch of the game, and he is down to the 23-yard line. Big play for Amari Cooper. 48 seconds, Mike Pruitt, right side, and he will gain 8 yards to the 49ers 15. Another timeout will be called. That's the 2nd timeout of the game. 33 seconds, 2nd and 2. Bernie Kosar, play action rollout bootleg. Patrick Willis sacks him, and it's 3rd and 5. Final timeout called by the Browns. 18 seconds left in this one, as Bernie Kosar backs up, launches the ball over the middle, intended for Mike Pruitt. It's incomplete. This will be the last play of the game. 4 seconds. Bernie Kosar, play action, rolls out, bootlegs, throws it, incomplete. It's deflected at the line of scrimmage. And the San Francisco 49ers will win this one 31-7 here on Monday Night Football in Week 5 of the BTFL Season 3. This is Hank with the PR52 YouTube channel. We go to the post-game show. This is Hank from the PR52 YouTube channel, here with the second half of action, the highlights. Nick Chubb goes up the middle, he gets tackled, it's a fumble. Ball is recovered by Ronnie Lott, who gets it to around the 10. Robbie Gould, who missed 2 field goals this time, is up and he's good. And that gives the 49ers a 10-point lead. 49ers with the ball back. Joe Montana is able to technique himself down the field, matriculate himself, giving the ball to Terrell Owens. Barely any pressure. Throws it to T.O. again on the post, getting it inside the 20. Joe Montana, still no pressure. Jerry Rice to the 1. And a few plays later, Jerry Rice would run a double reverse into the end zone. He does not score touchdowns like that very much in his career, but he's got the touchdown there. 24-7 is the score. Next drive for the 49ers. More for Terrell Owens down the left side, and the 49ers will eventually win this game by the final score of 31-7. This was a blowout on Monday Night Football. Hopefully next week we can get in better for you guys. Now make sure you watch the post-game updates on the recap show in the BSPN studios.